eMarketer's whole process, which I helped invent, is simply aggregating and synthesizing information and data from hundreds, thousands actually, of different sources. So we're less a visionary company and more we're just looking at all the information out there and trying to figure out what's really going on as we kind of pull apart the data points and look under the covers. So it's more about realizing what's happening than it is somehow reinventing the future. To answer your question, where are digital dollars going? They're at about $40 billion plus right now. The big news that everybody's been talking about, one of the buzzwords that was coined at this conference is the word desktopocalypse. Desktopocalypse. This year, in 2014, by the end of this year, we will start to see, not a precipitous, but a steady decline in ad dollars directed on the desktop. And we define that loosely as laptops and traditional PCs and towers and all that kind of old school kind of stuff. And the reason for that is not that the digital ad market is going down, it's really because mobile is so totally on the ascendancy. Mobile is growing at such a great rate that it will eclipse desktop advertising spending by the year 2017, and by that time mobile will be around $36 billion and desktop will be a little bit less than that. So that's the big story. It doesn't mean that desktop is going over a cliff and we'll never see it again. It just means that it will start to wane in importance relative to the mobile device, which of course is something that we all have, with this 24/7, some 50% of us by the end of this year, the entire population, not the digital or mobile population, but the entire population in America will have a smartphone. And then 40% of us will own a tablet. That'll be 50% by the end of the year, and well over 2/3 of us will have a smartphone by the year 2017. So we see all the numbers, the penetration rates going towards mobile. Now when you add to that the fact that where are people spending their time, eMarketer looked at 40 different sources, looking at 400 different data points, and we've determined, based on kind of the cross-section of all that data, that indeed this past year in 2013, for the very first time, two things happened. Digital eclipsed TV in terms of total time spent, or a share of time. Digital is around 45%, and TV has been relegated to about 38%. And within digital, mobile is now taking up just over half of all digital time. And in mobile is not only a little over half of digital time, it's also about half as much as TV time. So TV still reigns supreme in the absolute, but mobile is coming out on its heels fast. And if you think about it, like one statistic that I shared today was that people check their mobile phones 100 times per day. I think at this conference at iMedia, where we're all kind of digitally connected and multitasking like crazy, I think people did that in the first 10 minutes of my speech. 100 times checking and so on. Hopefully they retain some of my presentation.